Hello, everyone, and welcome back to officially episode one of Mystical Mosaics. And I am your host, Denise, with Drazak Den. And this week's episode, we are going to bring you Welcome to the Journey. We're going to talk about spirituality and healing. So, on that note, we're going to start. And if you see me looking back and forth, it's because I have notes and I want to make sure that, that I get everything that you all need. So, yes, we do have notes. So, anyway, welcome. I am just so excited to bring this to you and hopefully help you in your journey and where you need to go. And I'm just honored to be walking this path with you, whether you're just starting out or you're returning to your practice. This space is for your exploration, reflection, and empowerment. And today, again, we will talk about spirituality and healing and what that means. Plus, we will talk a little bit about building sacred spaces. So, on that note, let's get started. Okay, shall we? So, we are going to start with a little bit of a grounding exercise. And, you know, if you're able, and please, if you're driving and listening to this, please don't do this. But if you're able, get comfortable and close your eyes. And we're going to just do 3 deep breaths in. So we're going to take a deep breath in and release. Deep breath in and release. Feel the earth below you, your body supported, your spirit centered. Bring your awareness to this moment, this sacred space, and now. Oh, how'd that feel? Good. Yes. I I know that felt great. So, on that note, um, let's get started. So, what is spirituality? A lot of people have a lot of um, misconceptions of what spirituality really is. A lot kind of feel like the spirituality is a religion, and they are totally different things. Spirituality is not a set of rules, it's a relationship. A relationship of what, you ask? Well, it's like a quiet whisper of your soul, reminding you that you are connected or you're greater, you're something greater. It may look like a prayer, it may look like meditation, it could be like dancing under the moonlight, or simply just listening to your intuition. It's unique to each one of us. So, some of the core aspects of spirituality, when we think about it, are it's a connection to the divine, to the universe, to God, to source, whatever it is that you follow, your higher self. It's living with intention and awareness. It's setting your intentions. It's making things aware within yourself. It's deepening our understanding of who we are beyond the physical. So it's so wide open in what spirituality is and what spirituality brings us. Um, Religion, and I'm not going to get into it really in depth. I just want you to understand what the difference between the two is. Religion is usually more a structured um, teaching, they have certain deities or certain, you know, person to follow, or they have certain ways of doing things, or they have certain books that they like to read. That is more of what like a religion is. It's more of a structured setting. And spirituality is just basically going within yourself. And, you know, you could be a religious person on some type of religion and still be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So that's why there's so many things with spirituality that are just awesome if you get into it as far as helping your inner self. So that is one of the biggest things that I wanted to make known for spirituality and the difference, because I did have people ask me what the difference was between the two, or is spirituality a religion? No, it is not a religion. It's not. Um so that's spirituality. Now, setting intentions. So let's take a moment and we'll ask ourselves, what brought you here? And what is your soul longing to experience, to heal, or to remember? Think about that for a little bit. Just take a couple minutes. What brought you here? What is your soul longing to experience, to heal, or to remember? So, if you're able, you might want to write this down. Here's a simple journaling prompt that you can use to begin with. I step into this journey with an open heart. My intention is, and you can write that. So if you would like, you're welcome to share what your intentions are down below. Um, with the community. You can, find me on my social medias and, send me a messages through there. I'm on Facebook and uh, um, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, on all of those. So we're talk about intentions because when we talk about spirituality, it is a lot about setting intentions as well. We set intentions around uh, moons, depending on what the moon cycles are. We set intentions when we do our little rituals. If you have any of those, like for example, every morning I light a candle, and I just set an intention in the candle, and I thank the universe for bringing in um, what it is that I'm setting an intention for that day. Most of the time, it happens to be for me, for focus and knowledge for that day. So setting intentions is very important when it comes to spirituality. That is one time of it. So let's get into the foundations of healing, since this is also about healing and what that is. So healing, it's not linear, it's layered. It's sacred, it's often quiet. Sometimes it looks like tears, sometimes it looks like rest, sometimes it's laughter returning after a long silence. It can be a number of things. Healing is personable, is that but it's personal to each person. Each person has their own way of healing and how they go about healing it. So these are just some of the ways that it might look like. There's many beautiful ways to invite healing into your life. There's energy healings like having Reiki or doing some breath work to clear your emotional or energetic blockages. There's herbal healings that you could use, maybe teas like lavender or chamomile to help you relax, salves. There's oils that support your body and spirit, and oils like again, self-love. So the oils would have specific, either be infused with specific herbs that are properties of healing, and you just put a little bit of that oil on and set your intention, and you know that can help you. um Sound healing, using vibration to soothe and align and uplift. Sound healing using sound bowls, crystal sound bowls, or Tibetan sound bowls. And later in our weeks, as we go along, we will have specific weeks where we will talk about the different sound and different herbs and different things. We'll go more in depth on those series, but for now, this is just like foundations that we could possibly use. And then there's journaling and reflection, just simply writing down what you're feeling or writing down what your dreams are and then researching those. Um, you could write down something, you can reflect on it, and then you can let it out, you know. So it's like writing your process and then releasing it and then transforming. So those that can be very, very helpful in your healing journey. And not just that, when you start your healing journey, if you start journaling to reflect, and let's say even 6 months down the road, you do a check in on where you were when you first started compared to where you are now 6 months later. And then a year later, journaling can be very, very integral for you and helpful in looking back when you might feel like, well, geez, what did I do and how far did I come? You could look back on that journaling, and you'll see how far you've come. And you'd be like, wow, I really did come far. I really did help myself. I really did. So that could be very helpful and useful in your healing journey. Um, so remember, the biggest thing is healing isn't about being fixed. Okay. Um, It's about remembering who you truly are beneath everything that is like coming at you, right? It's about going inside yourself and um pulling out all the elements of what it is that is maybe causing you to feel how you are. Those are part of the foundations of healing. There's many more, I'm sure. Again, I am not a psychologist and I'm not a trained professional, but in my researches, these are some of the things that come up, and these could be very helpful. Um, Again, you always want to make sure that you are consulting professionals if you really need to go even deeper with things. But these are some ways that you can help to get it, going and get it moving and um, just really finding out who you truly are, like working on those foundations of healing and and um, bringing it in. How are you feeling today? Think about that. Think about what is it that's on your mind? What is it that just keeps coming into you? And how can you take that and how can you deal with that? And that's a lot of times where people just don't know how to deal with things. They have so much coming in. And it's like, let's take some time and let's break it down. Let's break it down to one thing at a time. You might have 50 things coming in at you. Let's take one thing first. Okay, how can I heal that? Or how can I work on that? Um, you might Something may make you feel really uptight or whatever. Maybe some of breath work will help with that. Just simply taking the time to sit and breathe and take deep breaths and let it go. And as you're exhaling, you're letting it go. Um, Getting a Reiki session can help maybe to release some of those things. That's what we talked about with, there's energy healings, there's herbal healings, there's sound healings, journaling and reflection. There's all of those different things to help you with your healing process. Um, and again, even seeking the help of professional help. There's nothing wrong with that. If that is going to help you on your journey, by all means, it can be very, very helpful. Um, so on that, it brings us to our closing of our uh, welcome to the journey, spirituality, and um, healing. So let's close today's journey with a short meditation. And again, if you're driving, please do not do this. But if you're in a safe place and you can do this, then let's do this. We're going to breathe in the light. So first we're going to take a deep breath in and release. And you're going to relax as you're taking these deep breaths in. So you're going to breathe in the light and you're going to exhale anything you no longer need. Just let it go. See yourself surrounded by a soft golden glow. You are protected. You are grounded. You are guided. Let your heart whisper a word or feeling that you want to carry with you from today. What is that? Again, take a deep breath in and exhale. We're going to take one more really strong deep breath in. We're going to pull it in. We're going to hold it. And when we release it, we're going to blow it out. So you're going to blow out what doesn't serve you. Ready? Take a deep, long breath in. Hold it and blow it out. And then it's gone. That's just a little tiny meditation that you can do. So I want to thank you for showing up today for our very first episode and showing up, most importantly, for yourself, for your healing, for your soul's calling. Um, this is only the beginning. So next week, We will explore the energy body and how to connect with your inner healer or higher self. So if you enjoyed this episode, please, you know, subscribe. I would love that. That way you will know when it's coming in. And share the journey with someone else. Have them come in. But most importantly, take the time this week to sit in stillness, set your intention, and create space for your magic to unfold. Again, I am Denise with Drazak Den, and this is Mystical Mosaics. Love you all.